Hi guys, how are you? I am back after a little bit of a break. I've been on vacation for 3 weeks and I got back a few days ago, adjusting to life in the US again. I was in Europe, traveling through 5 different cities. I went to Barcelona, Paris, Amsterdam, Berlin, and Copenhagen. Made my way, like I said, for 3 weeks, and I do want to do a longer video about my impressions of Europe and being a solo female traveler and that kind of thing, but I thought for now I would just keep it a little bit shorter and show you some of the makeup that I bought in Europe when I was there. So there's not a whole ton of stuff. I was carrying around a very large overstuffed suitcase, so I didn't end up actually buying a ton of things while I was there other than just feeding myself. But I did end up going to Sephora quite a bit. I ended up looking at a lot of the drugstores, the local drugstores that they have in the cities. And surprisingly, I did not end up buying a lot of or any drugstore makeup really. They have a ton of brands. They have the old Max Factor that we used to have. That's still a company, that's still a makeup company there. They have things like Alverde. They have all the newest stuff from Essence. At the airport when I was in London, all the new stuff from Number 7. They have Bourjois, which I know the Healthy Mix Foundation had a cult following, at least for a little while, on YouTube. There were some store brands like the store Monoprix in Paris had its own brand of makeup. It's kind of like a dollar store basically. And so I looked at a lot of that stuff and I ended up not getting a whole lot just because I didn't want to carry around 10 bottles of foundation, and also I knew that if I was going to pick up something colorful like an eyeshadow, I was just going to end up with like 10 different versions of the same glittery blue eyeshadow because that is what I gravitate towards, so I decided not to do that. I also did check out the Kiko Milano stores. They have a ton of stuff, all different colors, every shade you could think of, but none of the collections really just spoke to me. I saw their sneak peek of their holiday collection and that really intrigues me, but that was not in store yet when I was there, so maybe I will do an online order for some Kiko Milano holiday eyeshadows if I'm able to. But anyway, like I said, most of the time I ended up in Sephora or I ended up at H&M. So Sephora in Barcelona and Paris, they don't have, do they have one in Amsterdam? I don't think they have one in Amsterdam. They have one in Berlin and they have a couple in Copenhagen. And the brands that they have are similar, but there are some things that they carry. They will carry Chanel makeup, not just the perfume. They'll carry Zoeva. They will carry a lot of brands that might be carried in a department store here. They'll be carried at the Sephora there. So that was really interesting to see, but I did not see a whole ton of difference, but the other things that I did find were things that some of them I could have gotten here, but some of them I really couldn't have. Same with H&M. When you go to the H&M here, at least in my tiny little city, they don't really have a huge selection of their makeup. They kind of have the dollar makeup section, you know, but they don't really have the nice makeup that they have online, and I wanted to be able to look at some of it before I actually bought it, so I was able to do that a couple of times. I went to one in Barcelona and I went to one in Copenhagen and bought a few things, and I'm pretty happy with my purchases so far. So let me get into showing you some of the things I got and some swatches. One of the first items that I bought when I was in Barcelona was this little Voyager edition of the Zoeva Cocoa Blend palette. It is, their normal palettes are I think 12 shades with big pans. This is a 6-pan little palette with some of the, just a selection of the Cocoa Blend shades, and again it just comes in a little compact. Oop, there goes the little thing. No mirror on the top, but you get these gorgeous shades right here. I know these are very, very basic, but I have not been able to ever try Zoeva here in the United States, so I really wanted to try one of these little pans. They have this one, and then they have one that is the, I believe it is a coffee blend or latte blend, something like that. But it's coffee, it's centered around coffee. But I picked up the cocoa blend, and a lot of these shades remind me of some of my favorite shades from the Anastasia palettes that I love. So you have this one, which is Bitter Start, which is just a matte. On me, it's a, you know, sort of a flesh shade, but, you know, I can use it to set my primer. This is Substitute for Love, which is also a matte. It reminds me a lot of the shade Bengal from Anastasia, which I love. Then you have this little matte right here called Freshly Toasted. It is a beautiful, like, chocolate brown. Then you have your shimmer shades and kind of a glittery one right here. You've got Pure Ganache, which is a sort of glittery one, and I will swatch these in a minute. You have Warm Notes, which is almost a red, more of a brown. It's showing up really red here, but I think it goes on a little bit more browny. And then you have this goldeny brown subtle blend. So I'll do a little bit of swatches for you here. Bitter Start. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. A little bit right there. A little bit you can see, but it's basically my skin tone. Then we have Substitute for Love. It's beautiful, almost peanut buttery shade. Really, really love these. Really, really love these types of shades for the crease. Then we have Freshly Toasted. Yes, I know I do terrible swatches, but this is the more chocolatey shade, matte, very beautiful. Again, deepens up the crease for me. So these three are the mattes. Then we have, let's see, we will start with Subtle Blend. This is this one right here, this sort of goldeny brown shimmer shade. Look at that, that's beautiful. One swipe with the pinky. That is gorgeous. I don't know that I've actually used this one on my eye yet, but oh my gosh, very, very good. Then we will do Warm Notes. This sort of reddish terracotta shimmer. Look at how pretty that is. Gorgeous. Reminds me a little bit of Sangria from my Anastasia Tamana palette. We will do Pure Ganache, which is the most glittery of these, and I have used this on my eye. And oh my gosh, what's gush? Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. Very shiny. So these are the 6 shades from the Zoeva Cocoa Blend Voyager palette. I really do want to get the other one, the little coffee one. I don't know if I'll be able to. Hopefully I'll be able to go back to a Sephora in Europe at some point in the future. But this is, I know some people love Zoeva, some people don't care for it. I've never been able to try it, and like I said, these shades just really call to me, even as basic as they are. So I'm very happy to be able to try them in this little size. The next couple of things that I picked up were some of the Sephora Lip Stories lipsticks. These are both, I believe, cream formulas. And these two are two that I believe you cannot get in the US. They're only made for the European market. At least I've not been able to see them on either the US website or the any of the stands that I've looked at. So I figured I would pick them up. They're not necessarily my colors, but they do sort of remind me of each place where I got them. So I have the Lip Stories in Carnival Fun. It's got these flamingos on it. It is number 17. And it's this fun, bright pink. Do a bit of swatches. Let's see how bright pink that is. It's a nice flamingo color, and I got this one in Spain. I actually wanted to get the color somewhere in Spain, but they don't actually sell that one in Spain. And then when I was in Paris, I ended up getting 2 of them, but one of them you can already get here. I'll show you in a minute. The one that you can't is this one called Buzz Me. It's got this little door on the front, pink and blue. And again, it's a nice pink. It's a little bit more muted. It's more of a bluish pink. This one's more of an orangey pink. You can see a little bit of the difference there. This one is a little bit deeper than this one. None of them absolutely suit me very well, but I do wear them for fun, and they'll be fun summer colors. And this one is number 20, Buzz Me. So they each, in their own way, remind me of elements of both Spain and France when I was there. And then the one that I picked up that I've actually don't know if I've ever seen, I don't know if this one was sold out for a while or I thought it was sold out for a while. But it's a red matte. It's called A Little Magic. It is number 22. It's got a little Ferris wheel on the top. I just wanted a nice red matte from Paris, so I did pick this one up, even though you can get it. Like I said, I think it was sold out for a while. I looked on the website the other day and it was on there, but I might have been confused. I don't know. But anyway, it's this beautiful matte. These 2 are creams, and this one is matte. So really, really beautiful shade. I did wear this one around Paris at least once. And I really, really do love these Lip Stories lipsticks. I think these were all €7.99, something like that. Which is, they're $8 here in the US. So with the exchange rate, it's whatever, but you know, I didn't think they were exorbitantly expensive, and I really do like the quality of these. I think they're beautiful and they last a long time, and they're very good value for what you get. I picked up a few things when I was in H&M in Barcelona. I'll put a picture up here, not that you really need it, but I did do the Gently Does It coconut cleansing wipes. I really, really like those. I used them up when I was there. I think there was this package of 25 or so, but really like them. They're very moist. I know people hate that word. They're very dewy. And they actually do smell like coconut, so I really did enjoy those, and I would love to pick those up again. And I also picked up in Barcelona this little, it's all dented now because it's been in my luggage, but this was an H&M Color Essence eye pencil in the color Azure thing. So again, I just gravitate towards sparkly blue things, so I picked up this little eyeliner. I did wear it at least once when I was there, and it is very nice, and a little bit difficult to get off, but that's what you want, right? So there it is. It's a sparkly turquoise. I think of it as blue, but I'm very happy with that purchase. I wore it on the inner corner of the eye with a little blue sparkly eyeshadow sort of blown out around it. And I did that when I was traveling one day, and I figured I was traveling. I can look like a weirdo if I want to. I can look like a weirdo whenever I want to, but I just felt extra like looking like a weirdo that day. A couple of things that I picked up. I picked this one up, I think, in France or Barcelona. This is the Merci Handy Hello Sunshine Jasmine blotting papers. There are 50 of them in here, and they just come in this little handy little plastic thing. It has a mirror, and it has a little puff, and there's a sticky stuff on here, and you can just go in and pick up a little blotting paper and do a little blotting when you need it. And I was doing a lot of walking, tons and tons of walking. I think the stickiness is wearing out on that. But anyway, I was doing a lot of walking, and so I was doing a bit of blotting because I do get a bit of sweat on my face when I walk. And we can't have that, so yeah. A little bit of blotting paper did come in very, very handy. One of the other things I picked up when I was in Barcelona, I think, was this dry shampoo. And it is the Sephora shampoo, coconut water dry shampoo. And I've been wanting to get this one for a while. I think it's $8 US, but I never see it in store, and it always seems to be sold out, or I don't want to order it online for $8, so I just picked it up when I was there. I did bring another dry shampoo. I bought one of those little $5 Batiste dry shampoos with me. And it ended up liking this better, so I just left my Batiste dry shampoo at one of my Airbnbs for someone else to use. But so yeah, I do like this. It doesn't quite smell like coconut. It's coconut water, but doesn't quite have the coconut smell that I love from like the coconut lip balm and some other of their coconut Sephora brand stuff that's branded as coconut. But I do like it, and for $8 you get a pretty good size. I also bought a tiny little thing. I think there were like 10 wipes of mini coconut cleansing wipes from Sephora. I'll put a little picture up there. They were fine. They were a little bit dry. They didn't really smell like coconut, but when you're traveling and you just need to take the day off, they worked fine. I do have some other more fun stuff, but just to get some of the stuff out of the way, I did buy some H&M cotton buds when I was at H&M in Barcelona, and there were 200 of these. As you can see, I still have quite a few. Really good, really nice. Yeah, they were good. And then I did buy 3 of these when I was in Europe. I bought one in Barcelona, I bought one in Paris, or maybe 2. I don't know. I bought a bunch of them, and I used at least 2 or 3 of them when I was there. But these are the Sephora brand lavender foot masks. Seriously, the first or second day when I was in Barcelona, I walked everywhere and my feet hurt so much. And I came back to my Airbnb and I put these on and I let them sit there for 20 minutes and read a book, and my feet felt so much better the next day. So when I was in Paris, I bought a couple of them and I used them in Paris, and again, my feet felt immaculate. I didn't really have a problem with blisters or anything. I mean, I'm always going to have some blisters and stuff from walking as much, but these just were, oh gosh, it was so nice to just slip these on at the end of the day when you're away from home and you don't have your own bathtub and, you know, that kind of thing. So these were a lifesaver. I was holding off on using the last one, and then my feet just felt so good after using them at least twice that I haven't had to use them since. But I will definitely be using these at some point, and I will be stocking up on like 500 of them the next time I go to Sephora. So I really, really love those and recommend them. A couple of fun things just to round out this little what I bought in Europe thing. I was in Berlin and I didn't really see anything. I went to the Alexanderplatz, and there's a shopping mall called the Galleria there. They have a little Sephora, and the Sephoras, some of them are sort of open plan. They're not really stores. They're just sort of in a department store in a certain section of them. And I didn't really see anything other than sort of, I got a couple of bath bombs, little mini bath bombs. Actually, I still have one. This is a little mini bath bomb that they have from the Sephora collection. I bought one in Barcelona, Paris, and in Germany. Did I get this one I bought in Paris? It's called Pillow Battle. The name just makes me crack up because it's like, do you mean pillow fight? But I also got one in like Morning Zest and another one in Beachy Vibes. They're tiny, but you know, you put them, you drop them in your bathtub and they fizz up, and yeah, you don't get a lot of scent from them, but you know, they're nice. They're nice. It's nice to be able to use them now that I have an actual bathtub that drains. So I will be using this one soon. But when I was in the Berlin Sephora, I didn't really see anything that wowed me other than I saw that they had Charlotte Tilbury. Granted, the US Sephora now also has Charlotte Tilbury, but this is actually the first time I've seen it in store, and I figured I would pick up a classic. This is the Lip Cheat in Pillow Talk, and I've worn it more than a few times. So this is the classic Lip Cheat that people love. My first Charlotte Tilbury product. And let's see here. Do a nice swipe. You can see it right there. It's a beautiful nude color. Very, very pretty. And you can use it to overline your lips. I'm not wearing it today, but I have worn it quite a few times. And I have worn it in conjunction with this H&M lipstick, which I bought in Copenhagen. This is it says limited edition. I don't know that that's actually true, but it's a cream lip color. It's the color Saunier. Angelica talks about this all the time, or at least she seems to talk about it all the time or use it a lot. Just love the little, she made a joke about the case for this, and I think it's funny, but it's very, very cute. So you've got the gold and the white on top, and it's a nice brownie nude color. I love my brownie nudes, so there you go. I've worn it with Pillow Talk a little bit, so they don't exactly match, but they're close enough in nudeness to complement each other. So this is Saunier from H&M Beauty. I was glad I was finally able to pick that up. So that is everything that I picked up when I was in Europe for makeup. Not a whole lot, like I said. I did want to pick up more drugstore stuff, but it just ended up being not as exciting as I thought it would be. Plus, you know, when I was looking at Essence, I realized a lot of it I could get on their website, and they only, I think if you buy $15 worth of stuff, you get free shipping. So, you know, there was Catrice and a lot of other brands, and I just didn't find anything that struck me. I wish I'd had more room in my luggage so I could just buy a variety of things, but again, it's expensive, and it seemed like I would just end up with 30 glittery blue eyeshadows that I would maybe use and maybe not. But I feel like I got some really good stuff here. Look at all the swatches. Swatch. So thank you very much for watching. I'm glad to be back. I do plan on doing a few other videos based around my Europe trip. Let me know if there's anything you particularly want to hear. It's a very dark and cloudy day today, so I do have my little selfie light up here, and I know the light is really weird, but again, I do this all on my iPhone, so this is what we got here. Again, let me know if there's anything specific you'd like to hear about my travels, and I'm really excited to be back and to start making videos again. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.